Hey love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please drop a line. And if you've been with me for a while and you haven't, if I haven't heard from you a good minute, please drop a line too. I would love a chance to, hear from you again. And if you feel like the videos just really give you a good vibe, hey, just give a thumbs up and share. It'll be greatly appreciated. Sending so much love and light towards everybody that, just keep towards your purpose, whether it's consistency, persistency, motivation, dedication, perseverance, whatever. I'm sending it towards you a million times fold. Anybody's coming in with negative vibes, anything that you're doing, it's going to be sent back a million times fold. So, everything is protected and loved and guided. So strongly, very heavy. So the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, don't ever take the fence down until you can understand why it was put up in the first place. There'll be different times where some of us can be having a bad habit of collecting red flags. There'll be different times we constantly make excuses up for bad behavior, for toxicity, codependency, love bombing, all those different things. But then when it comes to that when you know what your worth is, that love you place into yourself, you're going to allow yourself to hold boundaries. You're going to allow yourself to be certain things you don't need to be explaining to people. No means no. And hey, it is what it is. It's like, but why do you have to do that? Anybody who can respect you and your boundaries are not going to mind it. Like, okay, I don't do these, I don't talk about this, I don't listen to this, I don't watch that. And if they like, oh, okay, so what do you like watching? What is the thing? What gets your blood pumping? What makes you happy? Those are the type of people you want to be around, that really respect your boundaries. That really that understand why you have those up. So when you do, those are the type, they hold that mentality where, I respect their boundaries because I want them to respect mine. But there'll be different things that take place into your life where you may have collected red flags. There'll be different times in your life where you may have placed your happiness on the back burner for other people. Or, you place people in your life that, didn't have your best interest at heart. And there'll be different times where you had to go through that. Because if you're lacking faith, you get put in situations where, your faith is really going to be up there. If you're lacking confidence, you'll be in a situation where it's going to tell you, be confident in yourself, be believing in yourself. Different things will take place where it'll be, it will take steps to get there. And you're really understanding these are the different things that's building you and your character, for you to have to be able to go through. But it's telling you, keep solid boundaries on you. The more it just seems like the more you're healing, the more you're going towards that next level. Next level, different devils. There'll be different things where you have to be very observant. Even you see a lot of things, you take a mental note, hey, I'll put that in my filing cabinet and remember what it was, but just keep allowing myself to stay focused on what's important to me, but also allowing myself to be very protective of that. And, just being able to go through that. Because, a lot of times we go through different things and we have to go through those different experiences. But we have to understand why we had to go through those. What was the subliminal? What was the hidden knowledge of why I had to be able to go through that? It's like, why is it happening to me? No, we have to be able to change that verbiage. Not, why is it happening? What is it trying to teach us? What do we need to learn? What are those different things that takes place? Even if it can be a hurtful situation, it was a lesson that we needed to know. And those are the different things that take place. There'll be different times where you may have a text and it's telling you don't text back. This is at that time, and there'll be a lot of times where, I've had different people where, if I didn't if I didn't answer right away, next thing you know, they're texting me, and then they get very rude and crude about it. And if I didn't want, and I could have been at that time where I'm doing my me time, that I want to shut my computer off. I want to shut, myself off from, social media, or I want to shut my phone off. I can be able to do that. I ain't got to explain that to you. If you're not my boss, you're not my husband, you're not my wife, I can be able to do that. And there'll be different things that, I have to be able to do that. Or I had different friends that may have gone through stuff. And then the next, I could text them and they were like, Roz, I had this and this and that. I'm like, hey, it's okay, it's fine. And you can tell they may have gone through something where they had to really explain themselves on why they didn't call you back, or why, they didn't text right back. And I told them, you don't need to explain to me. It could have been something like, if it wasn't something important, or it wasn't a life or death emergency, I'm not taking that to heart. You may have been busy. You may have left your phone in the car. You may have, had your phone on silent and didn't know until you cut your phone back on, on ringer or something like that. You don't need to explain anything like that to me, So it'll be different times where we've been in experiences like that, where it can be beneficial towards us to really learn from those situations, and I benefit from all of them. It'll be just different times to tell you not to see, certain situations, I'll put it that way. Certain situations you should never see as a negative or a positive, but be able to appreciate as life lessons that you truly need, that has some kind of lining of a blessing in the skies for you. When you're going down different, you're going down this journey, it can be very lonely, but I'm at that point in my life right now. I'd rather, if it takes me to be by myself for a minute, even though you may be physically by yourself, but spiritually, you got heavy people, you're loved by many. But I'd rather be at that point where I'd rather be by myself than be around people where I got to figure out where I fit in your life. Are you being genuine? Are you being in my life to be, is it beneficial for you? Are you being there because you're being really genuine? Or do you got hidden intentions? You got nefarious vibes? You doing something? It'll be different things like that'll come up, but it'll be making me appreciative of all the stuff that I've gone through, because I've been through a lot of different things where, I got stabbed in the back, but who has it? But it'll be different things like that where I'd really be solid in my boundaries, because there'll be different times where somebody will ask me something, I'm like, look, I don't want to talk about that. And if you try to come around a different way to I'm like, look, what did I tell you the first time? I said I don't want to talk about stuff like that. You have to be able to respect that. And then, and then it'll be at that point where I'm going to always look at you different because you did that to me. And then it'll be at that point where if you did that, like, and that, just doing that, and you did it like persistently, and repetitive vibrations, I'm gonna just cut you off, because it sees right there you're not respecting my boundaries. And you have to understand, people will get conflicting with you when you raise your boundaries up, because that means it's not benefiting off of their intentions for you, or is they don't like the fact that they can't be able to manipulate you towards the benefit of their own selves. So it'll be different things that take place into your life that will really be appreciating towards you and your growth, and you'll understand why is it good for me to say no when you should never say yes when you totally mean no. If this is something that you're doing, don't do it because you feel like you're obligated to do, oh, well, they did this for me, so I need to do that for them. No, it doesn't go that way. You do it because you want to. Now, it'll be different if you're at your job and you have no other choice. They're paying you to do that. But it'll be different times when it comes to different things where it'll be different times where somebody will do something for you and they may expect somebody to do it right back or whatever. And it's just like, if I do something for you, it's from the kindness of my heart. I put my heart into everything that I do, because I know what it felt like when people did it without having heart to it. And I had to be able to respect, that's what you're showing me, who you truly are. And I had to believe that, and I had to be able to appreciate that, but also move accordingly. So there'll be different things. There'll be changes going and taking place where you're going to be on that journey where you see how many, how it's like imperative for you to have a solid boundary up, being able to choose your circle and your energy wisely, when you're going through that different thing. It'll be just like, how you'll hear, you got to be careful of people that don't have anything to lose, because they'll help you lose anything that you have, you know, towards coming towards your way. So that's why they always tell you, not all energy can be in your energy like that. You know, you have to be, just because people are in your circle don't mean they're in your corner. You have to be able to, you know, you have to be able to understand that. And so the different things is taking place into your life. You know, even when you know, different times where, you know, a certain movie or a song will come up or a certain saying, and then you may miss somebody and be like, dang, you know, I wonder how they're doing. You know, I hope everything is good. You know, and then you may want to reach out and call them. Then you have to be able to think about, you know, when you're on that solid boundary and you put that up, you have to understand, how was that person's character when it came to you, or how did they act towards you? You know, even though you shouldn't take it personal, it was like, what was that really telling you on the reason why y'all parted ways? You got to remember, you know, there's a reason why they're no longer in your life, you know, and if it is that way, you know, if it's meant for that person to come back into your life, you know, you got to be able to let it go, you know, and then you never know, that person had to go on their healing journey just like you had to go on yours. And if it'll be just like, you know, you never, a whole time waits for nobody. Don't ever stop your growth because, you know, somebody's wanting to wait for you, but it'll be that person that they really respect you in that way. They'll tell you, you know, hey, I'm gonna catch up with you. You know, I'm going through my own stuff right now, and I'm trying to find my purpose. I'm trying to find my zen. I'm trying to find me. So, you know, I want you to go ahead and keep going. But, you know, and I'll, you know, if it's meant to, I'll meet you there. You know, I'll meet you there. But never stop your growth for that. You know, because it's like, time waits for nobody. You got to keep moving. You got to keep going. You know, you got to keep growing. You know what you're trying to get to. And there'll be different things that'll try to come in conflict with that, especially, you know, when you know something is very impertinent into your life, to be able to take place into your life. And it'll be, you know, different things will come up and challenge you and stuff like that. You know, you always deal with different challenges like that. You know, you be on that vibe like, man, you know, I've been going through so much and it's been hectic, and now I finally get peace into my life. And it'll be at that point where something will come in and just, you know, try to manipulate that. But it'll be at that point where, you know, if that did come in, it was something you needed to know from that experience, from that person, and being able to take it, you know, what it was. And it may be hurtful, you know, but it'll be just like, what lesson was it that I had to find out from that person, you know? And those are the different things that's coming on. Because I know it's like, ever since, when I was talking about that, it reminded me of that quote I seen. What was it? It was like starting November 28th. There'll be different times where, you know, people are really going to start showing their true colors and their true intentions for you. And they'll be just like, you know, take that for face value. Be able to understand this is how they truly feel about you. This is their intentions. This is who that person really is. Because masks are falling off left and right. You know, and if you know you're in your truth, you're going to start seeing a lot of different things. Especially, it just seems like the more you're shedding, you know, you're shedding your faucets, you know, the veils are snatching off, you really start seeing things for what they truly are. And that was just like, and you better appreciate it and believe it, you know, take it for what it is. You know, everything is not what it seems. And it's just like, when your gut and your intuitive is really telling you that, please go by it. You know, please go by it. Don't ever second guess that, like, maybe, you know, no. That's what it was showing you. Believe that, okay? You know, and just be, you know, keep it going. Keep it moving. Because you already know what you're heading towards. And this means that you got to be very aggressive with what your focus is about. And you can't have anything that's in there that's going to destroy, deteriorate, or bring that down. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of that video, y'all. I always leave my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking, you know, just being able to help you understand your path of purpose, you know, or you just need somebody to talk to because there's so many different things going on in your life. And it's always good that you can have somebody to talk to that really can, resonate with the things that you're going through, because you never know. You can really get some good advice, because somebody's like, you know what, hey, I really understand what you're going through. This is what I went through when I was going through that. Or did you see the perspective that was taking place for you to understand why you went through it? Or it could, this could be a situation that's just leading you towards your purpose to find who you truly are. So it'll be really good to be able to connect in that way, which I really feel like is very, is very, I love being able to do. I'm very grateful to be able to do. I was trying to find a word for it. But also, I'm very grateful to be able to do those different things like that, to be able to connect with people that's on that same vibe as me. Because, we're all bringing each other up. There's so many different, energies out here just trying to tear us down. This is at that time where we really need to band together to be able to, really help support each other in the best way possible. So I always leave my, like I said, leave my contact information in the description box below. But also, on my community section of my channel, I also have different podcasts, different posts that comes up, different things that tells you about narcissism, toxic relationships, what to look for in toxic people, what to avoid, or is just different things to encourage you to say, no matter what you're going through, you're extremely blessed. This is all leading you to God, all those different things. Or different things to just make you laugh. I was just talking about in the other video, it was a few days ago, I put one up and it says forgive and forget with a question mark sign on it. And it was just like, you see Kermit the Frog saying, I'm neither Jesus or Alzheimer's. And it's like, it's good for you to forgive. It really is. It just brings you peace into your life. It's not doing it for other people, but it's doing it for you. So it's just like, forgiveness is really heavy. And we have to practice that every day: discernment, mindfulness, and forgiveness. This all it is keeps a happy life. And if you ever feel generous enough to drop a donation towards the Cash App, I have Cash App address down there as well. Much love to you. Keep moving, keep it going. The devil sees your potential in your life. He'll do anything to destroy that. So you keep going, never sleep on yourself, stay woke. So even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things can really take you along, take somebody a long way. And just because you're doing that for positive intentions, it can take you even further. So much love to you. Namaste. I say shalom. Much love to you. God bless. Peace.